for the opportunity to present AB 2245. I also want to thank the committee and staff yeah, I have
So be file item 7, AB 2245.
ready.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members, for the opportunity to present AB 2245. I also want to thank the committee and staff and stakeholders who have worked with us on this bill. We will be accepting the committee amendments. AB 2245 establishes a responsible framework to improve the collection and recycling of vehicle lubricant products and their containers that are currently not captured under existing programs. The bill creates a producer's responsibility program that builds on California's existing recycling infrastructure and aligns with the framework already established in SB 54. By leveraging certified collection centers, household hazardous waste facilities, and existing used oil haulers, the bill strengthens our ability to safely collect and recycle these materials while minimizing new costs and bureaucracy. AB 2245 also ensures producers help fund and manage a system while supporting local governments that play a key role in collection and recycling. Here with me to testify.
Run away. They're coming up. Jammed up in the elevator.
Take your time.
Okay,
We'll
just
wait.
waiting
So
for
you
them to
have a couple witnesses. Okay, great.
It'll be Tristan Stetchen with NLCRC and the sponsor of the bill, and Heidi Sanborn with National Action Stewardship Council. And then also in the audience is David Laws, the operator of Canada's Used Oil EPR program, who is available for any technical questions on how the program operates in British Columbia.
Fantastic.
I just came from a press conference on roasting.
You can go. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Chair Connolly and members of the committee for the opportunity to provide testimony today. My name is Tristan Steichen. I'm the Executive Director of the National Lubricant Container Recycling Coalition. We're the sponsors of the bill. The NLCRC is a technical coalition of value chain companies committed to developing a national program for collection and recycling of lubricant packaging. Our solution is modeled after the British Columbia program, Interchange Recycling, an independent solution for lubricants. As of 2024, their accessibility rate is 99%, and the container collection rate is 89%, so best in class. We're talking with you today because we're seeking a legislative pathway to allow a program like Interchange to be executed in California. We need a separate solution because the packaging is considered hard to recycle. It cannot be commingled with other curbside collections due to the contamination issues with the other products covered by SB 54. Since last year, we've been working diligently with other stakeholders to accommodate amendments, and some of the key areas we focused on are narrowing the scope of covered products to ensure no overlap with other programs such as SB 54, the used oil recycling program, ensuring that the program covers collection utilizing the existing infrastructure that's already there, including HHW facilities, certified collection centers, and businesses. And finally, creating a pro-reconciliation process between the different pros to address confusion around reporting or misreporting and other issues. We still remain committed to the ongoing negotiations and discussions with the stakeholders to address any remaining concerns. But given the progress that we've made over the past year, I respectfully ask for your aye and vote on 2245 today. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. My name is Chair Connolly and members. My name is Heidi Sanborn. I was advisor to the chair of the Old Waste Management Board. I've been talking trash basically for 35 years. And I was past chair of the California Recycling Commission from 2020 to 2022. And I'm the current director and CEO of the National Stewardship Action Council. So bottom line is I've been doing this for a very long time, this policy of extended producer responsibility. I truly believe in it. And for those who don't know me, again, I'm called the godmother of EPR. I passed the first EPR bill here in California with Ira Reskin in the Assembly in 2008. I believe Josh was part of that a long time ago. And many more bills have come, mattresses, carpet, paint, so many more. So we've learned a lot. But today I'm really delighted to be here in support of a bill that is not sponsored by us. It's actually sponsored by the industry itself. And as chair of the Recycling Commission in 2020, our very first policy recommendation to the legislature was to implement EPR framework for household hazardous waste and the toxic products. This bill moves us closer to that goal and getting some of those hazardous products dealt with. Not every product needs an EPR solution, but lubricants and their packaging do. As one of the negotiators of SB 54, my goal was to exclude packaging for household hazardous waste products from being included with food-grade packaging. We don't want those commingling in the recycling system. But unfortunately, the references in SB 54 did not separate the two and left packaging for lubricants as a covered product. AB 2245 resolves that conflict for the lubricants and packaging, and I'm grateful to the industry that they're willing to actually offer to manage their products and their packaging. Again, the bill creates a producer responsibility program that builds on our existing system of household hazardous waste programs, used oil collection, and aligns with the framework established in SB 54, including the recycling rates. This is the most cost-effective and affordable way to do this program. I've been to BC, Canada many times over the last 25 years and have seen their used oil program work very well for the public. It's convenient. Their recycling rate now, as of in their 2024 annual report, was 89%. It's higher than any other program we have in California. The bill sponsors have been collaborative and have been holding regularly scheduled meetings and listening to all the stakeholders to resolve outstanding issues. I believe we can pass a great bill this year, and I hope you will support this bill to allow us to continue to refine it and get another product category and its packaging out of the waste stream and out of the food grade packaging system so we can keep the hazardous materials separate. With that, I urge your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any audience members in support? Come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. Dawn Kepke on behalf of the California Manufacturers and Technology Association. Pleased to be in support.
Hello, Keely Morris on behalf of Los Angeles County Sanitation Districts in support.
Do we have opposition to the bill?
Forgive my voice. My 4.5-year-old keeps getting me sick over and over and over again. So thank you for the opportunity to testify. My name is Sarah Polomu with the California Retailers Association. First, I want to thank the author and sponsors for their stakeholder engagement. Unfortunately, there has been a lot of confusion from multiple drafts and red lines on the bill during this process. In the last year, this bill has changed from the creation of a new EPR fully replacing California's Oil Recycling Enhancement, or CORE Act, to a packaging bill for hazardous waste materials, to now an EPR program for household hazardous waste and hazardous waste packaging. The covered product definitions have changed dramatically, which has made our commitment to commonality difficult. We agree with this committee's analysis that AB 2245 creates a very complex program, especially for those that will be implementing the bill. The bill seems to provide a solution for legislation that has not been implemented yet, which is California's SB 54. Among other things, AB 2245 removes packaging from SB 54's requirements. At this point, we don't know how or if the PRO is unable to account for these products. To ensure we're providing effective policy for Californians, we must understand real-world implications. Unfortunately, given the ever-changing legislation and lack of clarity for current EPR programs, we're unable to find a path forward in this quick turnaround at this time. While AB 2245 has made significant strides, there are still areas that are concerning and might have unintended consequences. One of the reasons CORE is successful is that retailers provide free collection of used oil, but retailers cannot take on this program too. Will the Pro recommend a similar strategy with collection sites that could be confirmed will not include retail? Many retailers are space limited, and becoming collection centers for new products is not possible. Additionally, the definition of covered liquids includes references that cause confusion. This confusion will complicate day-to-day operations with our customers, employees, and increase risk of litigation, eventually leading to increased costs in products at a time where affordability should be the most important thing. Retailers remain committed to sustainability, and we're leaning into EPR, but we feel it is essential that policymakers focus on helping existing EPR frameworks work before piling on new regulatory schemes, and so we remain opposed to 2245 at this time.
Thank you, Chair and members of the committee. My name is Ryan Perini. I'm here on behalf of the California Automotive Wholesalers Association, as well as Auto Care Association. Collectively, we represent automotive part manufacturers, jobbers, warehouse distributors, retailers, and program groups, an industry that supports over 229,000 jobs in the state and generates more than $49 billion in annual economic activity. Our members are deeply committed to responsible environmental stewardship and have a long track record of supporting and participating in California's used oil recycling infrastructure. We want to begin, like CRA, thanking the author, her staff, and the bill sponsors for facilitating a very robust and meaningful stakeholder engagement process, and will remain engaged throughout this bill's life cycle. Lastly, we want to acknowledge and thank the committee for a thorough analysis and for highlighting some of the challenges we have with this bill. Unfortunately, at this time, we must respectfully register our opposition to AB 2245 as currently drafted. Our concerns really center on three main issues: duplicative regulatory obligations, lack of fee and transparency and cost controls, and significant administrative and compliance burdens. First, as CRA highlighted, while the bill attempts to exclude products already covered under the used oil recycle program, the boundary between the two programs remains far from clear in practice. Until those lines are explicitly drawn, our members face the real prospect of non-compliance with one or both programs. Second, the division of responsibility between CalRecycle and a new Pro is not sufficiently defined. Many products listed in the bill, such as engine oil, transmission fluid, and two-cycle oil, are already regulated at end of life. The bill appears to regulate those same products earlier in their life cycle, including their packaging. That overlap creates confusion about which framework applies and which entity producers and retailers must report to. Until clarified, the risk of inadvertent noncompliance remains high. Additionally, the treatment of primary and secondary packaging for covered products is not clearly defined, leaving the specifics of the reconciliation of reporting data for products where primary packaging obligations would differ from secondary and tertiary obligations to the Pro plan gives producers no opportunity to plan for those reporting obligations. Finally, the bill lacks sufficient accountability for the Pro, particularly around fee setting. The absence of clear methodologies, transparency, and an appeals process creates the risk of unpredictable and potentially significant costs. Producers need certainty, including defined fee structures, advance notice, and meaningful opportunity to challenge assessments. For those reasons, we respectfully oppose AB 2245. Thank you, and I welcome any questions.
Thank you. Additional opposition on the bill, please come forward.
Good afternoon, Tony Hackett with Californians Against Waste. While we aren't an officially opposed position, we do have concerns with the bill, and they haven't been resolved over the last year. However, we are super grateful to the author's office and the sponsors for working with us, and we hope to be able to thread that needle in the coming weeks. Thank you.
Thanks. Bringing it back, committee members, questions, comments? Assemblymember McKinnon.
Yes. Thank the author for bringing the bill. I'm just thinking about affordability too. Will this actually bring the prices up on consumers? I know that, I think now, currently the local government and taxpayers are paying for the disposal. And what this bill will do is make the producers pay. But will they carry the prices on to the consumers?
Well, just to be clear, somebody always has to pay for these programs. So the question is who's going to pay? And it's more efficient to have one statewide system that's run by the producer group who actually distributes it, knows exactly what it is, and knows how to get it back cost effectively than every single city and county trying to figure it out for themselves. And that's what we have today with the waste management system. That's why everything has gotten so unaffordable and so expensive and inefficient. So this is actually a way to, and the way the bill's written, it's going to actually build off the existing infrastructure.
Yeah, so we already have infrastructure, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, and there's no mandate for retail take back. So it's using the existing household hazardous waste and oil collection program right now. Like in Los Angeles, they collect a lot of oil for the state, but all those containers are going into big bags into the landfill. We could grab all of those and recycle them today, but we can't without this bill.
Because right now, I'm sorry, last thing, because right now it's county by county, or
Yep.
city by city.
City by city.
Got it.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, this is a new obligation for companies to comply with a new pro, which is very complicated, very time consuming. Attorneys need to be hired. There needs to be training. There's auditing associated with this. So there's a cost, at least to my members, our members, how those costs are dispersed and accounted for. As you know, costs to businesses grow, that usually trickles down to the consumer. But again, we don't know what those costs are. And, you know, I guess, we'll see. But I just want to make sure, like, there is going to be costs associated with,
But when you
this
say the
bill.
producers, not the people who are selling it, let me get it straight, because I know what
Yeah.
producer means. We're talking about the people who produce the actual item, right? They're paying for it.
They will pay into the producer-run organization who will manage the program. And that's way more efficient than, and it's also, if you buy the product and it's in the product price, it's not being socialized costs onto all your neighbors. It's the price that you paid for your product, you use it, you benefited from it. Right now, we've socialized all the costs and it's like a big black box. Nobody knows what they're paying for.
Thank you.
Just real quick. I appreciate the question very much because affordability is definitely a top concern. You know, my boss, Rachel Mission, we've been leaning into all of it, trying to make these programs work. We want these programs to work. But respectfully, retailers are already under 14 programs. We have 14 EPR and product stewardship programs in the state. And now we're layering another one on before two novel EPR programs, SB 707, Textiles EPR, and SB 54 have even gotten off the ground. So we're concerned about policies that just keep piling on top of each other before we even know how the existing ones are going to work. So that's a big concern of ours. The other big concern of ours is the issue with liquids coming into our retail stores and customers or employees potentially not knowing what program those liquids fall under, realize that we should only be collecting under core, but this could potentially open us up for a whistleblower complaint, private right of action, litigation, and that drives consumer costs up on products. So those are our concerns. That being said, Tristan and I have had many conversations and we will continue to do so.
So the author will continue to work with the stakeholders.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, would you like to close?
Yeah. I just want to thank everyone here today for expressing their input and concerns. We've been working on this bill for the past year, and we know that there is more work to be done. We will continue working with stakeholders and state agencies to address implementation details and ensure the program operates safely and effectively. Thank you, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Well, thank you for bringing the bill forward. We know how important these EPR programs are, but I think we also heard they're complex, right? Great to hear, and my understanding will be ongoing conversations as the bill moves through the process, and I think we have your commitment to that. I have recommended an aye vote on this. Do we have a motion and second on 2245? Have a motion and second. Please call the roll. And this is to do pass to Assembly Natural Resources Committee.
This is file item number 7, AB 2245, authored by Assemblymember Michelle Rodriguez. The motion is due pass to the Assembly Natural Resources Committee. Connolly?
Aye.
Connolly, aye. Ellis?
No.
Ellis, no. Bauer Cahan? Castillo? Lee? McKinner? McKinner, aye. Pappen? Pappen, aye. 3 ayes, 1 no.
We'll keep that on call. Thank you.
Thank you.
See a number of authors here. Thank you, everyone. We're going to go in file order.